He's one of our plan to see him fight in 25.
The goal obviously is a Canelo fight for him, right?
We hope he wants this fight.
Fans of both Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have long wanted to see them go head-to-head, and talk of a possible fight between them just won't stop.
The strategy is me leaving with my hand, rolls, and everybody mouth dropping. That's how I can, sums it up.
After months of not knowing what would happen, the idea of these two champions facing off has gotten new life. There have been many ups and downs, but now it feels like there's a small chance it could really.
As long as Crawford stays away and just boxes and be smart, he can win that fight. I think Crawford's a better fighter than Charlo. And he's a smart fighter as well. He switches and everything, so...
Canelo, the undisputed super middleweight champ, looked sharp in his win over Edgar Berlanga. It was a good fight to keep his title safe and showed why many believe he's one of the top boxers today. Fans are used to seeing him fight on Cinco de Mayo weekend, but his next opponent hasn't been named, which has only added fuel to the rumors, especially with
in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that favor Canelo is that is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do weight.
Crawford's journey has been unique. The former welterweight king shocked fans by jumping up to super welterweight and beating the tough Israel Moff. That win earned him a title in a fourth weight class. Many fans now hope he moves up again to fight Canelo, and Crawford says he's ready. But can it really?
Terence Crawford was with Turki Alalshikh at the other event across town. Put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turki Alalshikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comment.
Earlier this year, Saudi promoter Turki Alalshikh showed strong interest in making this fight happen. With his money and influence, it looked like he could make the dream match real. But things slowed down when Canelo refused to discuss the fight before facing Berlanga. That made Turki step away.
If the money is right, I mean...
$100 million? I heard Turkey offered you a big money already.
150.
150?
Now Turki has made a bold move, putting the decision back on Canelo. Speaking to DAZN, he said he's ready to talk again, but only directly with Canelo. I don't know anyone on Canelo's team right now, and I have no connection, but if he's listening, I want to talk. Just me and him, Turki said. This direct approach could change everything. Turki has made major fights before, and going straight to Canelo shows how serious he is. The real question is...
I'm an all-around athlete. There ain't nothing I can't do.
So what you doing there? Enjoy yourself since winning the belts.
Fans are pumped about what could happen. Canelo has faced criticism lately. David Benavidez, another top fighter, claimed Canelo turned down a huge $70 million to fight an unbeaten ex-champion. True or not, it adds pressure on Canelo to give fans a major bout in 2024. A fight with Crawford could be perfect. For Crawford, this isn't just about legacy. It's a chance to prove he can compete at 168 pounds. He's never avoided a tough challenge, and his recent win...
And remember, Canelo is a guy who presses a lot. That's one thing Canelo does. Canelo's not very active, but he gets in your face, and he mentally presses you a lot by cutting off the ring, getting in your face. So I start to wonder if going up to super middleweight is going to be a bridge too far for Crawford. But hey, man, he got the win, and I guess that's going to be the talking point from now as well.
The stakes are sky high. A win for Canelo would cement his legacy as one of the best ever. A win for Crawford would make him legendary. Fans are already dreaming about how intense this fight could be. Two smart, tough, and skilled champions. Turki's role adds even more excitement. He's proven he can create massive events that grab global attention.
power. So he's going to hit you everywhere. And you're a naturally smaller guy. It could start to take effect. It's a fight people are going to want to see. And if Canelo's not going to fight Benavidez and he's not going to fight Moreau, which we've obviously seen he's not, you'd rather end up seeing Canelo against a Crawford for like some kind of super fantasy fight, rather than Canelo against, I don't know, the guy who's going to deliver my pizza later. You know what I'm saying?
Turki's latest comments show he still wants to make Canelo versus Crawford happen, even after saying he might focus on other big matchups for Crawford. It's important to remember that Crawford's win over Moff wasn't just another victory, it was a strong message. Moff was no pushover, and Crawford's domination showed how adaptable he is. That win got people talking again.
And like, I respect Crawford. He's a great fighter, and like he say, they talking about the fight with Germonta, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think he say, nobody's gonna give me credit if I beat him. It's the same thing, you know. It's the same thing. I think it's.
Canelo's win over Berlanga, on the other hand, got mixed reviews. While it was another title defense, some fans and critics felt it lacked excitement. That's added pressure for his next fight. People want to see him face someone who can really challenge him. Crawford fits that role. But fans are also curious. How would Crawford handle 168 pounds? Could his speed beat Canelo's power?
From 147, I know he's a great man. Crawford is a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody can do better than Charlo did last night.
Crawford himself didn't always sound eager to fight at 168 pounds. Before his big win over Errol Spence Jr., he told Sporting News in a video, "I ain't going up there," leaving people doubtful about the fight ever happening. But now that the match is confirmed, he's changed his tune. What once seemed
Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better. No, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's weight classes for a reason.
On the Porterway podcast, Crawford opened up about what this fight means to him. Honestly, the Canelo fight motivated me, he said. Going from lightweight all the way to super middleweight with no catch weight is a major challenge, even for someone like him. It'd be crazy for a guy that started at 135 to move up to 168 and take your title, he added.
Respectful for Crawford to call you out at 68, say that he can beat you at this weight?
No, you know, everybody wants to fight with me, so it's fine.
That being a biggest fight possible in boxing, is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that, because you say, your matchup is coming out of the other weight classes, and that's it, and he's welterweight, so don't make sense.
Still, Crawford is realistic. Man, it's something to talk about. Retirement, you know? But right now, I'm still doing my thing, he said. He acknowledged that Canelo has a fight coming up and didn't want to make it all about them. Crawford has always been respectful, but Canelo hasn't always been so interested. In the past, the Mexican star dismissed the idea of the fight, saying it doesn't benefit him. He's just a welterweight at 160.
Crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
Even so, Crawford has stayed firm. His win over Israel Moff to grab the WBA super welterweight belt was a big step toward facing Canelo. But Canelo wasn't impressed. In a Fight Hype interview, he questioned the result. "I think he knows why. There are weight classes," he said, even suggesting Crawford didn't really win. Crawford didn't hold back. On the Porterway show, he reminded fans that Canelo himself struggled when moving up. "They talk about me going up, but when he did it, he lost. I went up and won," Crawford said.
A lot of people say, well, Terence Crawford wants to fight Canelo Alvarez to prove he's the best. Me personally, I think it's just a cash grab. and he's just trying to get as much money as he can before he leaves.
Crawford's case gets stronger when you consider who Canelo has fought recently. Not long ago, Canelo faced Jermell Charlo, a former undisputed champ at super welterweight. If Canelo was fine fighting Charlo, why not Crawford? Both are elite, fighters going for greatness. For fans, this fight makes sense. It's a chance for both men to prove they're the best. For Crawford, it's about more than belts. It's about making history. Beating Canelo at 168 would put him among the...
Over a decade ago, no one's been a bigger Terence Crawford believer than Tim Bradley.
Right.
And so Tim still picks Terence to beat Boots, still picks Terence to beat Canelo.
For Canelo, this is about pride. He's fought top names and earned respect, but facing Crawford is something else. This fight is about defending his place at the top. There's pressure and the stakes are massive. Fans can't wait to see how he handles it. These kinds of matchups are rare. Two legends clashing at their best. Both have everything to lose and everything to win. That's why fans are already...
I think Terence Crawford has a chance against Canelo Alvarez at 168.
I think he has a chance against either one of those guys. The weight, though, is a serious thing. And one of the reasons why Canelo is so successful is he's got such a good chin.
Crawford's path here has been incredible. Starting at 135 pounds, he's taken on every challenge. Now at 37, he's ready for the biggest test of his career. For Canelo, this fight is a chance to shut down the critics and prove once and for all that he's the top fighter of this generation. As the boxing world gears up for this mega event, one thing is clear.
Coming up, and I know he's a lot smaller than you. Is that a fight that you would ever consider under any circumstance?
You know, I always say if the fight make sense, why not? But he's not in the...
These fighters have taken very different routes, but their goal is the same, to be remembered as the greatest. Amir Khan is the only boxer to have fought both Canelo and Crawford, giving him a unique view on this potential fight. He faced each man at different times in his career, which gives his opinion weight.
Making his own catch weight for years. You know, Canelo fought a smaller Mayweather. Canelo fought a smaller Amir Khan.
He did. Canelo's been creating his own catchweights for years, Khan said. He mentioned how Canelo fought a smaller Floyd Mayweather and a smaller Amir Khan. Khan first faced Canelo in May 2016, stepping up from welterweight for a 155-pound catchweight fight for the WBC middleweight title. Canelo knocked him out in round 6. 3 years later, Khan took on Crawford at welterweight for the WBO title. Crawford also stopped him in the 6th round, but this time with precision and speed. Khan knows the strengths and weaknesses of both. Once he gets hit by Canelo, it'll be different, Khan said. I'm worried about how Crawford can take that punch for 12 rounds. Canelo slows down, but he hits hard. Speaking to Box Nation.
No, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down.
Yo, Turki, tell him we going for Canelo next.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
Look, I like Crawford, and I think Canelo is a beast that way. Honestly, I would advise Crawford not to do that.
It'd be going. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez.